another thing that's kind of interesting. But the Germans they occupied it. They came into Oslo, by the thousand, and they didn't have any money, but they bought everything they could, and they used a currency from which they called Reichskreditskassenscheine. These Kassenscheine from the Reichskredit, and all the merchants, they had to accept that. They couldn't say, no, we don't take that. They had to accept it. And I don't know, I frankly don't know if they ever got reimbursed for this later on by real money. But the Germans, they bought stuff that they hadn't, that was a short supply, like chocolates and butter and stuff like that. And it didn't take very long before we started rationing everything. Rationing on all foodstuffs, bread, and vegetables, and in Norway, things, can you imagine being short of fish? We have the greatest coast in Europe, and there's fish all over the place. Well, it was very difficult to buy fish because everything went to the occupying forces. And there's other things that I don't know. We live right outside of Oslo, but I started raising rabbits, or bunny rabbits, and for food. And I knew how to kill them and take the skin off him and get him ready for the oven, and my family was happy to have that, because it tasted very good. And and we also bought a little pig, a little piglet, and we built a house for him between the house and the garage, and she grew. We made a big mistake. We called the pig Trine, and she was a nice pig. She grew to you let her out and she followed as if she were a dog, and and of course came the day when we were going to butcher the pig and get some fresh meat and stuff, and everybody took off and left the house. I was the one who got stuck to let the butcher in, and because they didn't want any part of it, the rest of the family. And so well, when evening came, Trine was hanging up in the basement on the big racks, and you won't be surprised if I tell you that we couldn't eat. But it was like eating one of your own. And we gave away everything. We didn't have any meat from Trine because I was just a kid, and I felt like we had killed a good friend or part of the family. So if you ever do that, don't name them. Consider it just another.
Right.
We would never do it again. I hope not.